Why was your father kidnapped? Who was responsible for this?
Balochistan is a black hole, not in terms of media, in terms of political activism. There is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom to ask about their rights. So a region where political activism, any shape of political activism is a threat. And there is exploitation in extreme. There is deprivation in extreme. You can say that there is everything present in Balochistan except the development, except the rights of their people.
Can you tell me about your father? Who was he and what did he do?
My father was a political activist and he was also a government employee. But there in Balochistan, it's a threat for political activism. He was arrested 2 times. Firstly in 2003 and secondly in 2005. And the 3rd time in 2006, he was abducted. For those cases, there was no any witness against him. So the Pakistan judiciary and the High Court of Balochistan have released him in 2009. And then after 8 months, they have came and they have took my father in front of my brother. Unfortunately, after 2 years, 2009 to 2011, 1st of July, his mutilated body was found. It was in front of an hotel. The hotel owner saw him and then informed us. There was no any cloth and no shoes, a tortured body.
After the death of her father, Mahrang slowed down her protesting. But it was the abduction of her brother in 2017 that pushed her activism online. He was 21 when he went missing. Mahrang took to social media to spread the word about her brother's disappearance. Why and when did you first decide to take your protest to social media?
Basically, social media was used in 2017, but before that, for my father's struggle, I used to came in many news channels, and when we protest, I used to talk there. But at that time, there was no social media, print media and electronic media was present. I just write that I have lost my father, I don't lose my only brother. Please raise your voice and release my brother.
Sadly, this kind of tragedy is not rare amongst the Baloch community in Pakistan.
81 years मेरा इस वक्त उम्र है, 81 साल 1 महीना मुझे हो गए हैं मेरी उम्र को। इस उम्र में लोग घरों में बैठ के आराम करते हैं, लेकिन मैं जद्दोजहद कर रहा हूँ इंसानी हकूक़ के हवाले से लापता अफराद की बाजियाबी के लिए। उनके लिए ये एहतजाज मैंने शुरू किया है 27 जुलाई 2009 से। इसमें जो है ना, इस वक्त जो हमारे पास तादाद है रजिस्टर्ड केसेस जो है हमारे इस वक्त 50,000 से अबाव है, जिसमें 350 ख़वातीन हैं, 170 के करीब नाबालिग बच्चे भी हैं।
Voice for Baloch Missing Persons is an NGO set up in 2009, representing family members of Balochistan's forcibly disappeared. The number of people the group claims to have been kidnapped is contested.
Every family, every person that has been abducted came in this camp. There is a pro forma to fill, to register your case. They support you that how to lodge a case against your beloved one abduction, the commission, the high court, and how to lodge a protest.
7 साल से अभी मेरा भाई लापता है। 7 साल एक लंबा अरसा है, हम पे गुजरा है। 7 साल एक छोटा सा दिन नहीं है कि हम बोले। ये 7 साल हमने हर एक घंटा हर एक सेकंड जिस तरह जिया है, इसका अंदाज़ा भी नहीं लगा सकते। ये डराया गया कि आप सोशल मीडिया पे चलेंगे या हक के लिए आवाज़ उठाएंगे तो वो आपके भाई हमारे भाई को हमारे भाई को या मार देंगे या उसे कोई नुकसान पहुंचा देंगे.
Luckily for Mahrang and her family, her brother was returned after her social media activism. Do you think that your protesting and your social media influence were the reasons why your brother was eventually released?
Yes, it was the reason. Because when you keep silence, so they have the chance to still keep their person in their torture cells. But we start talking about them, and you are especially creating a pressure on national media or international media that there are atrocities in Balochistan and there are abductions in Balochistan. When my brother was released, there was a pressure exerted. They say that now you have done what you are supposed to be do, and now your brother is released. So just stop all the social media stuff. I just really couldn't realize at that time that what could social media do, but I just didn't stop there. I used every single word to raise stand for my people, stand for those that have suffered like me.
अब मेरा भाई आसान कमरानी और रिजूला कमरानी 14 फरवरी 2020 को जुम्मे के दिन
when I've given the 2 minutes video of Asiba Kambarani, almost 10,000 retweets. So when we were spending our nights in front of CM House for more than 9 days and 9 nights, I've literally given the posts of daily that what we are suffering, and people were actually connected to the issue. So I was the face of that issue. So my post got viral. When there is a protest or when there is a rally, I used to go live on Facebook. Because no channel came that was all our social media, people carrying their own mobiles and posting their pictures. So I used to live those protests.
Despite the pledges of successive governments to criminalise enforced disappearances, progress for change has been slow. Yet, it's social media activists like Mahrang that are keeping the conversation alive. You received criticism on social media for sharing the heartbreaking photo of a murdered Baloch student being cradled in the arms of his parents. Why did you feel it was important to share this?
The world there, the 21st century world, they run on, you can say, evidences, proofs. So you cannot neglect a photo. Those who have condemned it and those who talked about it that you shouldn't share that pictures, they were not aware about the situation itself in Balochistan. It's a genocide, and you cannot hide a genocide. Because when we see that in Palestine, there were certain photos that have been used every time when we talk about Palestine, but there are not any kind of thing that can represent Balochistan or suppression. I have really written on my Twitter account that it's not that like you were thinking. It's not Hayat that has been murdered. It is a nation that has been facing these things.
So the issues you are facing, people before you have faced for many generations in Balochistan. But how is social media changing it for your generation?
Balochistan is a black hole. So that the atrocities there, or the oppression there, the suppression there, they didn't make it on media. And people were not aware, not international media. For this generation, the use of social media, it's very essential, because the freedom of speech is totally ignored or being subjugated by this state. And the only media that you have is social media. That is yours, and you can express your views. You can raise voice for your people.
Are you ever worried that because you're in the public eye, with your online following that you might be abducted?
I know that every person that talks or that raises voice is a direct, you can say that state can direct hit them. So it is on my, I am aware of this, that what I am doing, it's not safe at all. I am not secure, my family is not secure. I have accepted this, that this can happen in my life. Anytime, anywhere, this can happen in my life.